Greetings, Games Done Quick submission panel. My name is Warmac, and today we'll be taking a look at the All Puzzles category of Plants vs. Zombies, which I hope you'll consider for this upcoming Games Done Quick. We've had a lot of real excitement in the Plants vs. Zombies community over the last few months with the 10-year anniversary of the game, as well as the announcement of Plants vs. Zombies 3. And within the speedrunning community specifically, there's been a lot of improvements in a lot of different categories, not the least of which being this one, where we've seen the time plummet by over 25% just in the last few months. So again, very exciting times. Again, this is a short category of just 18 levels. We're going to have 9 of the Vase Breaker levels and the 9 of the Zombie levels. So without any further ado, let's dive right into the game. Alright, the very first level here is the first of the Vase Breaker levels. The premise behind the Vase Breaker levels are basically you want to break all of the vases and then kill all of the zombies after you've broken the vases. So when both of those objectives are completed, the level's over. So you can actually see pretty quickly here, just 20 seconds in, we've beaten the first level pretty smooth, trying to use the right plants to counter the right zombies. And that's really what makes this run very, very unique in all of the Plants vs. Zombies runs, are that really this isn't necessarily a run that surrounds, much frame-perfect execution or anything like that, but rather it's a decision-making speed run. Again, as you can see here, where do I plant these repeaters? How do I use the right plants effectively against the zombies? And with all the categories of Plants vs. Zombies, the run itself is actually non-deterministic, meaning that we don't know in advance where the zombies are going to be. We know the number of zombies and the types of zombies and the number and types of plants that we get. We don't know what vases contain, what outputs. So again, it's all about being able to react, quickly and efficiently, and making the right decision. You can see there I was actually a little bit late in starting to hit the zombie right at the top there. Maybe lost a couple of seconds, but again, overall this is what you might expect from the first level. Again, I wanted to do this run in honestly just one take, rather than trying to come up with something that was absolutely perfect. Rather kind of give a good realistic feel to what the viewers might expect in an actual Games Done Quick scenario. Rather than the theoretical optimum that we might see. Another very interesting level here called chain reaction, where a lot of these zombies that you get actually then blow up plants, so it's blow up the other vases. So again, a very, very quick quick reaction time needed here, and good strategic moves to make sure that you don't let the zombies get ahead of you too much. Here we have a level called M is for Metal. You'll see that a lot of these zombies have metallic objects on their heads. The football zombies, the bucket head zombies, things like that. But we're given these, we're giving a couple of our instant plants as well as some magnet plants to be able to counter those. So again, being able to use those plants and react efficiently is pretty key to working through this level. Again, here we have a nice pun for a level. It's called Scary Potter. Obviously a play on both Harry Potter, but also scary, like zombie scary, and Potter as in, you're breaking all these pots or these vases. So the developers were pretty darn clever when they came up with these levels. And what I really like about Plants vs. Zombies is that it really is a fun game, doesn't take itself too seriously. And again, you can see why it's had, millions of gamers having played the series worldwide and so forth. But again, nonetheless, that goes a lot really does go into the speed run. Another level here called Hokey Pokey, where we're not given much in the way of normal plants aside from these spike weeds. So basically we have to let the zombies basically walk to their death, or their undeath, as one might say. Using these spike weed plants just with a couple of the squashes here to kill them instantly. So again, good reaction times, and a little bit of strategy coming in here. Again, this category certainly isn't free from RNG or good luck, but again, what we found is that again, kind of the more practice, the tighter the execution you get, and the better that you learn how to make decisions and learn how to react to the different scenarios that the game throws at you. Inevitably, the better your time is going to be. Again, we get a level here called Another Chain Reaction. Again, where a lot of the vases get blown up for us, and we're sort of left with just a bit of a mix of zombies, including the very fast pogo zombies that, again, we dealt with pretty efficiently here. Another pun for a level, this one called Ace of Vase. 90s kids like me, again, might appreciate some of the puns here and the good references, but again, this is maybe the most difficult of the vase breaker levels. You'll see here that we actually get the nasty Gargantuar that takes a lot of firepower to be able to destroy. We get him pretty quickly. I make again a small mistake there with with not quite using that squash correctly, but it does look like we're going to get all the zombies defeated in a pretty reasonable time. So I can't complain about this too much. I'm actually surprised in again the first sort of official Games Done Quick submission that we're actually staying relatively close to the PB. Again, really all the categories within Plants vs Zombies, I would say, are pretty consistent in terms of again, you'll have an average time, and the standard deviation isn't too large. Again, once you get a little bit more experience with the game and some of the decision making. You'll see this level looks very different. It's the first of the iZombie levels. Again, this was sort of a fun set of puzzles made by the developers that sort of a play on the original concept. And in this level, you play as the zombies, and you have to quote unquote plant the zombies in order to go eat the 5 rows of brains that you see at the very edge of each row here. And the sun that you get is sort of your currency for what zombies you're allowed to plant. And again, the arrangement of the level, as well as the types of zombies that you can take each level, change each time. So again, it's really, each of these puzzles levels are very different. Each kind of has a different, fun, unique strategy to it. And there's really a lot of again, a lot of practice, a lot of kind of tight decisions that you'll need to make. You can see I wish I had reacted a little bit more effectively to the bottom row there. I had to throw a few more zombies in there than normally I would have, but again, we're still probably looking at at least a decent time for this particular level. Again, at the end, you just start spamming as many zombies as you can into the rows if you're left with a little bit of extra sun, as we often are on this level. Again, being able to use the right types of zombies, in this case, against the right types of plants, is really key to being able to do this level quickly. This next level here is called Can You Dig It? It's the first introduction that we get in the iZombie levels to the Digger Zombie, which digs to the very end of the row and then begins eating the zombies to the right. But again, our goal is to get the zombies moving to the left as quickly as possible. So we don't get much use for the Digger Zombies until the very, very end. Unfortunately, this level is sometimes limited in its sunflowers, so you have to be very, very careful with what types of zombies you plant and how many and what rows. Because the goal of any of these levels is I begin to troll here, because planting any more regular zombies is not going to not going to help very much. But yeah, that's what we get there. The currency doesn't make too much difference. We did get a nice diamond drop, which helps sort of for some of the in-game purchases, but that doesn't have much bearing on this particular speed run. Another fun level called Totally Nuts. On this one, you can actually see there's the very strong walnut that sort of blocks our zombie's entrance, but we're given the ladder zombie to try to counter that. So again, a lot of this level is sort of getting used to, how many hit points do the ladder zombies have, how many ladders do you need to plant in each row, and how can you best get to your sunflowers as quickly as possible. You can see here in the 4th row, I had a couple sunflowers towards the back, so I didn't quite get to plant the ladder zombie in that 3rd row as quickly as I otherwise would have liked, but again, still should end up with a pretty pretty good time here. There we go. And again, surprisingly now we're actually getting just to the last 5 levels in the run. This one called Dead Zeppelin. Again, some of us, classic rock fans will appreciate the puns here, but nonetheless, Dead Zeppelin's actually maybe the second or third most difficult level in the All Puzzles run. That being that, again, as you can see here, we have 4 different types of zombies to choose from, and about 4 different types of plants. Luckily, we are given access to the balloon zombies, which fly over most of the types of plants, except for those cactus zombies, which you see here. I eat in the second row, and then begin, sending a few more balloon zombies right down that row to finish things off. So again, really the idea here is I really want all the rows to be done at right around the same time. You don't want to be finishing one row really quickly, but then sort of lose a lot of time on the very last row. Again, a little bit of bad RNG to start us off here on Me Smash, but we'll be able to hopefully make pretty short work at this level, as the rest of the layout is not too bad. And here again we're dealt even more types of zombies, including the squash zombie that you can see there, the snow peas, which slow down your zombies that we have in the first row, the torchwoods, which do extra damage to our zombies. So again, this level is really, really tight on the decision making, in being able to use a good variety of your zombies in each of the different rows to sort of help counter the different plants that you get in that row, all while not running out of sun, and trying to collect the sun as quickly and efficiently as you can. So again, I'd say I do a pretty good job here. I could have used a little bit more firepower sooner in the bottom row, but that's all right, all things considered. Losing a little bit of time to my personal best here, but again, I'd say so far this has been a pretty accurate representation to what you would see in a game done quick. Again, here we're now left with not very many fast zombies, and a lot of these instant plants, again, that we need to send a variety of zombies against to you can see again the zombies will die instantly to the potato mines in the ground, as well as the big purple chompers that we see in the middle and top rows as well. So again, we end up needing a lot of sun for this level, just because again so many of our zombies end up dying to these pretty very strong instant plants. You can see there I got a little bit unlucky. I sort of mistimed one of the vaulters a little bit, but I actually think at most I'll maybe lose a second or two. Actually, it wasn't even that bad, so pretty good. Again, moving now along to the next to last level. This is called 3-Hit Wonder. Again, this is again maybe the second most difficult level in the run. Again, you can see here, we now have 6 different zombies to be able to choose from, but again, a really nasty variety of plants that, including these magnets that again counter our magnetic zombies, of which there are a lot. And the walnuts that we really need to use the ladder zombies to climb over. Again, you can eat through the walnuts, but again, it's slow and, therefore defeats the purpose of our speedrun right here. Oops, I actually make a little bit of a mistake there in not having that magnet eaten before I tried to use a ladder, and you can see that magnet actually did counter my ladder. So gonna lose a little bit of time in this 4th row as I sort of spam what little sun I have left to try to get through the row quickly. But you can see a little mistake there, maybe cost me about 5 seconds, but nothing that kills the run. The other advantage of this speed run is that it's very consistent. Again, worst case scenario, even if I lost a minute or two on a particular level, again, you're still not talking about, which would be almost unheard of, you're still not talking about a very big variance overall in the speed run. Very very consistent category that again doesn't vary by huge amounts of time in general. And again, I really think, again, Plants vs. Zombies, has a lot of strategy to it. Again, it's colorful, it's engaging. The premise is very easy to understand for, again, gamers of kind of all, ages, all skill levels, things like that, as well as, of course, the series itself has sold, millions and millions worldwide. So again, I think could have a real appeal. I remember, sometimes on stream I'll get people saying, like, how can you speed run, Plants vs Zombies? It's just like an auto scroller, right? And of course, nothing could be further from the truth. As I struggle maybe a little bit in this final level here, just with a little bit of a bad layout, a little bit of bad RNG, but also a slight mistake there that I made in the third row. Again, as I lose another zombie, unfortunately. But again, it's a very unique speedrun in that it is almost purely a decision-making speedrun with, again, a little bit of RNG and a little bit of finesse that you need to take within the level, but again, really a one-of-a-kind speedrun that, I really think would be a real hit at the Games Done Quick event. Again, as we finish up the run right here with a nice time of 14:38. Again, I think I set an estimated time of about 18 minutes. Again, incorporating any sort of startup time as well as the rare chance that we could take a death or need to restart a level or something like that. But again, I really hope that you'll consider the all puzzles category of Plants vs Zombies. Again, it's short, it's exciting, the levels are different, and again, there's just something fun. A game that doesn't take itself too seriously about zombies and plants and being able to react to all that stuff quickly. So again, my name is Warmech. Again, I hope you'll consider this run for Games Done Quick. I'm very happy to answer any questions that you might have, or any specifics that you need to go over regarding the run, or sort of how we present it or anything like that. But again, in the meantime, I also wanted to thank you for putting on Games Done Quick. Again, between all the great charities that this event benefits. And again, for me personally, we've had a couple of close friends be diagnosed with cancer recently, so it's sort of made me even more passionate about being able to do something to help support a good cause and sort of help make the world a better place. As cheesy as that sounds, I really do believe it, and sort of firmly have believed in this game and the Games Done Quick premise. I've been a longtime follower of speedrunning, even since the days of Speed Demos Archive and sort of the first Games Done Quick, and even thereafter. And again, it would truly be my pleasure and my honor to be able to help benefit this event any way that I can. Again, thank you so much for taking the time and for all the effort that goes into this event. And in the meantime, take care. Those of you, if any of you are in Florida, please stay safe during the hurricane. And again, take care. Have a good day. And this is Warmech signing off. Bye bye.